If you're ready to make money while you're at the playground with your kids, or you're at the grocery store, or you're on vacation, then this video is for you. I'm going to tell you 10 easy digital products that you can create to make you passive income. If you don't know me, I'm Lindsay Bowden, and I help moms and teachers create and sell their own digital products so they can build a life they love. Now, I always give this disclaimer about passive income. These are not passive at first. In fact, very few things in life are passive at first, or 100% passive for that matter. But the thing about digital products is you create them once and then you can sell them over and over and over again. And if you set up automated funnels, I have other videos about that, then you can truly earn money without trading your time. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm going to show you 10. The first one is great for teachers. So if you are a teacher in the classroom, former teacher, a tutor, a parapro, anyone that has a touch point with education, then board games are so much fun to create. I actually created this one in PowerPoint. I have other videos about how to create teacher resources from scratch, talking about PowerPoint. And then I would sell these on Teachers Pay Teachers. That is a website. It is a very low cost to join, and they already have traffic and they already handle customer service. And so the funnels that I was talking about, you really don't need those for Teachers Pay Teachers because they're already bringing in traffic. As long as you list them the right way, check out my other videos about listing on TPT, then you can truly make that passive income. In fact, I have been making passive income from TPT for several years now, and it's actually just this year that I started working on my TPT store after maybe 3 or 4 years of not touching it because I just needed to do some updates. So lots of different options with board games. And again, this is in PowerPoint. You can create them for any grade level. Both of those that I showed you in the beginning were more elementary, but then I also have this high school debate one. So lots of different options with that. So that's number one. Number two would be a color by number, and this is also created in PowerPoint. And so this would be for a high school math. This is actually one that I sell. So I sell high school math resources in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. This one's about similar triangles, so they answer the questions. I have an answer key here. And then I actually purchased this clip art from Teachers Pay Teachers. It's called, I think, Color by Code clip art, and I just dragged and dropped it into my PowerPoint presentation. But then I also wanted to show you, I used to sell this resource with this heart, and I actually made this in PowerPoint, so I didn't have to purchase anything. But as I'm doing these updates and kind of like refreshing my resources, I wanted it to look, I don't know, a little bit better than the heart that I created. So again, this is in PowerPoint, and I have lots of other videos about creating resources with PowerPoint and selling them on Teachers Pay Teachers. Now, that's number two. The next few that I'm going to be talking about, they are for teachers and moms who aren't necessarily interested in creating teacher resources. I am going to be talking about Canva for the next few. Now, let me just answer this because I know I'm going to get these questions. Can I create teacher resources with Canva? Yes, but number one, you can't use Canva for educators because that's basically like you getting the pro version of Canva for free because you're an educator. You can use it to create resources for your classroom, but you cannot use it to create resources to sell. If you want to use Canva to create teacher resources to sell, then you can use the free version, but you can only use the free elements. You can't use any pro elements. You can't upload your own fonts, which I highly suggest, instead of just using the free fonts that are in Canva, because then your resource is going to look like everyone else. I like buying fonts and kind of using the same fonts for all of my resources so that people can start recognizing my brand. Another thing I don't love about Canva as far as making teacher resources is I use tables a lot in my teacher resources. You can see here in both of these, those squares, those boxes are all tables. Same thing here. Canva has terrible tables. Hopefully one day they will improve them, but they're no bueno right now. Another reason I don't love Canva for teacher resources, specifically being a math creator, they do not have good graphs. They do not have good math graphics. I create all of my graphs, even up through like exponential and quadratic graphs, calculus graphs in PowerPoint using Excel. I actually show how to do that in my program, the Resource Academy. I also create all of my geometric figures. So you see in this one, all of these triangles, all of those are created right inside of PowerPoint, and then I can add all the symbols I need using PowerPoint. And Canva, it just doesn't have all of the options. Now, if none of those things bother you, Definitely try out Canva. I would recommend the pro version because there are so many more options and you can upload your own fonts, which I love. And then you have all of the pro elements. Now, one more disclaimer before we get into the next 8 different types of digital products that you can create. I'm going to be showing you how to look for templates. When you are looking for templates in Canva, definitely start here. But when you find one, you want to make sure that you change it completely, because Canva's terms of use are very clear that you can't just use a template and just edit it a little bit and then sell it. You want to make it completely your own. But the templates are a great place to start. So let's go ahead and dive into number 3, which is a PDF guide or ebook. So if you log into Canva and you come over here to the left-hand side, you'll see templates, and then you can search for PDF guide. Now, these are also great for lead magnets. So if you want to create a freebie to start building your email list, which I highly recommend, you can use these for a lead magnet as well. So they have lots of different pretty options. They're kind of all that neutral because that's what's in right now. That's what's hot. I would like this one. That looks more like a Pinterest pin to me. So you're pinning to your guide, but I would choose one that's like the normal letter size paper in case someone wants to print it. So like 8.5 by 11. So you can look through these. And a lot of these are pro, but you can customize the template, and you want to customize it using your own fonts. Now you can use the fonts inside of Canva, but change the fonts that they have just to be safe. Your own colors. I would change up the elements. And also, because so many people are on Canva now, you just want yours to stand out, but they just give you a good kind of place to start. And then you can add your own. I actually made a PDF guide in Canva for kind of a new business that I created from scratch last year to just see if new businesses could make it, because I've been doing this for a long time, but I wanted to start from scratch with a brand new Instagram, brand new email list, and it was a brand new niche as well. It was actually about eating gluten-free, and I created this in Canva. Let me just show you. And I was able to sell this brand new PDF guide within 3 weeks of posting on Instagram about it. So I'll just show you what that looks like. So I did kind of start with a template here, and then I just made it my own. I grabbed these pictures from online. I actually reached out to a lawyer to make sure that I could use product pictures, and she said that that should be fine. And so this is what my guide looks like. And I charged $17 for this. And this was all about clean, gluten-free store-bought snacks. And so for each one, I put a picture, I put the ingredients, I put where to buy it, the clean rating, and the taste rating. And again, I started advertising that within 3 weeks, and then I made a sale. So that was pretty cool. All right, so that is a guide or a PDF booklet or PDF guide. You can also call it an ebook. I feel like recipes are usually like the ebook type title, but I feel like those are interchangeable. PDF guide, ebook, same thing. So if you do recipes, if you're baking, that would be the perfect option for this. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'm going to show you how you can figure out what is going to sell, what people actually want. Okay, let's keep going. Number 4 is a mini course. Now you can make a mini course using slides in Canva and then video yourself, or if you don't want to show yourself, you can just talk over the slides, and you can actually do that in Canva. You can record videos in Canva. So you would just go to, let me go back here. Let's go back to templates. So template, and then I would put maybe like presentation or course slides. And they have lots of different, so you want that 16:9 format. So they have lots of pretty slide decks for you. Ooh, look at that one. That one's really pretty. And then you can add whatever you want. And for a mini course, I would say probably 5 to 10 videos is good, because you're solving a really specific problem. And this is perfect for people that don't like to do a lot of writing. So you don't want to put everything on the slide, but you'd rather talk or video yourself. And then you can put those videos into Google Drive. You can, pay for a course hosting platform like Kajabi. But if it's a mini course, you probably don't need to invest in Kajabi or something like that yet. But yeah, you can make these slides, you can produce videos, and then host those videos and then sell that mini course. Number 5 would be social media templates. So if you are a graphic designer, you can do any kind of graphic design templates, but they do have, obviously, you probably don't want to start with templates if you're making templates, because you want them to be, completely different. But just to show you, Instagram template, let's see what they have here. If you're a graphic designer, though, you could probably just start from scratch. So they have some different templates here for Instagram. And then you can share the actual, anytime I've bought like social media templates or Canva templates, you can share it as a template. So let me just show you that. Like, let's say I wanted to share this as a template. I could share, and then I could, let's see, make a template link. I don't think it's going to let me because I already have people access to this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It will let me. Template link right there. I had to press see more. So template link, and then that will give people a link that when they click it, it will make like a new copy for them. So they're not editing your original, and everyone can have their own copy. So templates are great, and it doesn't have to be social media. It can be a template for anything. Maybe you are just really good at designing in Canva and you want to make templates for PDF guides for other people to sell. Oh man, that would sell like hotcakes. Okay, number 6 is planners and journals. So then I would come to templates and I would put journal and just be really specific. It shouldn't just be like mindset journal. That's so broad. When you're selling a digital product, the main reason you can ensure that it sells is to be specific. So I mean like ADHD journal for middle-aged moms. Make that sound better. Use ChatGPT and make that sound way better than I just said it, but be specific about who it's for and exactly what it does. So why does this person need this journal? Is it going to help them stay on task? Is it going to help them not feel so overwhelmed? Why does someone want this journal? But you have a lot of great things to start with. Look at that morning journal. That's great. And then you can add your own daily wellness log. Same thing with a planner. Or like calendars, habit trackers, all of those are kind of the same thing. You can also take these digital products, make it into like a printable thing and use Amazon to print it and then ship it for you. I have never done that, so I'm not the expert on that, but that's something to look into. Once you make it digitally, then you can also make the print version of that. Okay, checklists and trackers. So we already kind of saw some trackers here. Here's a checklist. So a lot of these words are interchangeable. So checklist. So maybe a weekly cleaning checklist for stay-at-home moms. And so like every day you give them a list of things that they're supposed to clean to keep their house up to date. And that could be like a low ticket offer. And then maybe you have a coaching program that is, you know, like systems and ways for stay-at-home moms to stay on track so they don't get behind, or organization tips for stay-at-home moms. Again, be really specific. All right, number 8 is website and brand kits. So these can be on a lot of different platforms. So let's say that you create websites for Kajabi, which is a website platform and a course hosting platform. You can make templates for that, or Squarespace templates, or maybe you just want to do brand kits. You can make that in Canva. So there are different brand kits that you could do, but maybe you could do like, this would not be passive, but maybe to get started, if you're a graphic designer or you're just good at logos and things like that, then you could sell like mini branding kits for people, and you could give them like some colors to choose from, a logo, some fonts and that kind of thing, a little mood board to choose from. All right, and then number 10 is Notion templates. Notion is getting a little more popular now. It's like a Google Doc on steroids. I've never personally sold Notion templates, but my husband is really into Notion, and it just is a way to organize a bunch of information. I've actually bought courses that were in Notion before. So if you just go to Notion, you can make a free account and look around in there. It can do some really cool things. Okay, so those are the 10 ways, 10 different types of digital products, but let's talk about where you actually get the content to put into those, because that is what's going to determine if it sells or it doesn't. So here is my little golden pro tip for you. This is so good, so make sure you're listening. Join Facebook groups related to your audience or your niche. So let's say that you help moms over 40 lose weight. So you would be joining mom groups. They can be local or, not local. And you can join like weight loss groups. Now, if you're even more specific, you help moms over 40 lose weight by eating a low inflammatory diet. So like gluten-free, dairy-free. So if you can join like low inflammation diet groups, paleo groups, join as many groups as you can think of. Then when you get inside of those groups, you're going to search. Every group has a search feature in Facebook. You're going to search for your niche. So like paleo eating or weight loss. And you're going to see what questions people have. Now, if you're in a paleo group, it's all going to be about paleo, right? But if you're in just a mom's group, then it's not all going to be about paleo. So you want to search like paleo eating or how to lose weight or losing weight after 40. If you're in just a paleo group, then maybe you want to get even more specific. Like, what specifically about paleo eating do people have trouble with? Is it ingredients? Is it eating enough? Is it finding a variety of recipes? See what questions people are asking. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put it all inside of a Google Doc. or whatever notes app you want. You're going to copy paste them. So I'm actually in a mom's group, and so I just searched for infant sleep help, infant sleep, and I just did it a bunch of different ways. So infant sleep, my baby won't sleep, help my baby sleep. So I just kind of worded it a bunch of different ways, and anytime I found a question related to that, I copy and pasted it into this Google Doc. Now, that's not my niche. This was just a random one that I chose, and I got that many. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The more you can get, the better, but I would say 8 to 10 questions. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Let me zoom in here. And I want you to use this prompt. I have collected questions from my target audience about, and then we're going to change this, infant sleep. And say your target audience from moms with babies under 1 about trouble with infant sleep. The more info, the better. Below is the list of questions. And I'm going to take all these, Command A, Control C, Control V. So I'm going to scroll down. Based on these questions, suggest 5 to 7 digital product ideas that would best serve this audience. For each idea, specify the type of digital product. Is it an ebook, template, checklist, planner, course? A short description of what it includes, how it solves the audience's problem, and then suggest tools to create it. Please provide ideas that are beginner friendly. And if you're not a beginner, you don't have to include that. But I thought, if you're new to this video, that might help. And have the potential to be sold online for passive income. Now, let's see what it says. The Baby Sleep Survival Guide. So it'll give you names. Now, I will say, ChatGPT is good at a lot of things. They're not good at naming products. So while I like that, I feel like we could workshop the name a little more. But that's not what's important. Let's figure out what we're doing first. Infant Sleep Troubleshooting Guide, Printable Checklist and Flowchart Bundle. 3 days. Okay, love that. Love it. That's a great name. If you can tell someone that it's just going to take 3 days, yes, I want it. I'm in. I am a mom who's up late at night crying because her baby will not go to sleep. If it can take me 3 days, I will pay $1,000 for that transformation. Okay? Okay. Baby sleep schedule and routine planner. So you can give schedules for different months that the baby is, the age. Nap and night sleep training scripts. Sleep regression roadmap. That's great. So when a baby's going through the 4-month sleep regression, here's a guide that helps you. And you can combine some of these. So the great thing about digital products is you can have bonuses, and that increases the value. 30 days of baby sleep affirmations and mindset support. Wow, that's really good. The emotional side. Okay, so I'm going to take this one then. I like this one. And then you're going to give it all the knowledge that you know. So if you have ever written anything, any type of document that you have, or you can just type it out. You could say, here's what I know about infant sleep. Here's my method. Can you help me write an ebook based on that? Now, I haven't given it any information, so it's just going to use whatever ChatGPT thinks a baby should be doing. But you're going to use your knowledge as an infant sleep expert to do that. Now, pause. Do you have to be an expert, as in do you necessarily need a degree? Not necessarily. Now, with health and wellness and baby sleep, it might be good to have some type of formal training, right? But don't think that you have to be an expert with a degree to help people. Maybe it's just you figured out how to get your baby to sleep and it worked really well, and then you helped other people and that method worked for all of those other people. And so now you want to help a lot of people. And just make sure that you're saying this is education, this is not medical advice. Always speak to your pediatrician. Make sure to get the legal part right, but just wanted to make that disclaimer. Okay, so now once you get it created, ChatGPT can help you create it. Once you get it created, then how do you sell it? I would set it up on some type of platform that allows you to have an email list and sell it. My favorite for beginners is Flowdesk because it allows you to do both. You can set up an email list there to start building your list when you're ready to launch this digital product. You can also set up a sales page. Let me just show you. I did this in Flowdesk when I was making this ultimate snack guide. I made this sales page in Flowdesk using one of their templates, and it's so pretty. And it was very easy to create. It's very easy to check out with Flowdesk. Flowdesk doesn't have all the features ever, but I think it has enough, especially to get started. I like it better than something like StanStore, but StanStore is also another option for beginners. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. So find somewhere that has an email list and a place to actually sell the product, and then you are golden. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos about creating and selling digital products, whether you're a teacher or a mom. I have a couple of free trainings in the caption below that can help you get started no matter which direction you want to go. If you want to go with the teacher resources on TPT, or if you want to go with a low ticket offer and create it in Canva and sell it with Flowdesk, check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.